Yeah, often people are afraid of what will happen if they set a boundary or approach somebody about a problem, discuss it with them, whether it's a client or team member or even in our personal lives. And we're afraid that something bad's going to happen, but actually the reality isn't always what we're expecting, but it's that fear that's making us people please, isn't it?
I think the other thing that we forget, and I definitely notice this sometimes with my staff, is if something happens and there's a little bit of abrasion with a client, they're very much seen as I've been totally disrespected. And I'm like, look, they're not disrespecting you. That is their point of view. There is no reflection on you. They just felt this. And so I will go into potentially a confrontational point of view. Argument with the customer with quite a neutral point of view. Tell me what you think. Okay, this is what I think. What do you think about what I think? Let's discuss it. But that's a very different approach and way of going into that confrontation compared to some of my staff that are already on the back foot. They're already defensive from very much the customer's first words. And that's quite hard to deal with, I think. And if you are that person and you've not had good experience with confrontation in the past, you immediately just feel like someone's out to get you and it's not going to end well. And you would rather hide and lose that customer than tell that customer they need more time on their clean.
And I think that's really, really common actually, that people, they've had an experience where they did go back to a customer and go, you need more time, or you've now extended your kitchen, or whatever it is that might have changed, or even actually you misquoted. Rather than admit they misquote, they would rather either carry on over delivering to this client at the wrong price or lose the client than actually admit that they've done something wrong, or that the client has changed something, and it's just awkward. And if they have one bad experience of that, then it perpetuates, doesn't it? Because it's like, well, okay, Mrs. Smith behaved like that, so now I'm definitely not going to ask this other customer the same thing, because I'm now building up in my mind what's going to happen. And it's the same with team members, isn't it? Okay, so you had one team member that you wanted to discipline, they weren't delivering the right standards, and they shouted at you and they quit without any notice. So now you're like, well, I can't do that because they might quit without notice and then I can't cover my client. So I don't say anything. I'd rather put up with poor performance and cover for them than say something because of my fear that I've built up. Whereas actually, if you just, sometimes you just rip the plaster off, don't you, and just get it done, actually the outcome is often not as bad as people expect.